Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. As you saw from the thumbnail, the final Bloomburrow draft on the channel. Today's Friday and this upcoming Monday is the Duskmorn pre-release guide here on the channel. So you're going to want to be subscribed to the channel for that. If you are not already, it is a great thing. Great video that most people are very excited to get ready for the next set with. So that's what I like to do here on the channel. But we've got one more draft left of Bloomburrow. And an interesting pack one pick one between Scrap Shooter, a 3-mana 4/4 reach that can also so when it enters, if the gift was promised, you destroy an artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. There's also Galewind Moose. These are both really good cards. It's hard to pick one between here, but I think I'm just going to go with the Scrap Shooter. It's got the ability to remove a problem artifact and enchantment. A 3-mana 4/4 reach is already just very good. I do like the Moose though. And what's to say we couldn't take a pack 1 pick 2 Galewind Moose? That's what I'll be doing here. Pretty easy follow-up. Not much else here for us. I mean, Looter is fine. Crumb and Get It is fine, but we will stay green with Galewind Moose. Green is the best color in the format, or pretty darn close to it. And don't mind if I start with 2 great green cards, a great rare and uncommon here. Not a bad place to be. We're protected against flyers too. Both these have reach. So that's pretty nice. So we're going to try to finish out this format hot. With Splash Lasher for Frogs, Vinereap Mentor for green-black, Wix Patrol for green-black, Strike Force. It has some decent cards here. So if I take the Wix Patrol, I think if I take a black card, it's going to have to be Vinereap Mentor. This is one of the best uncommons in the set according to the data. And Wix Patrol is also very good, but it is another 6-drop. You got to watch your curve a little bit. So we'll take the Mentor. If we can find ourselves into black-green, I mean, it's hard to not be excited about drafting black-green. It's the best deck in the format. I've taken a nice little break from it here, but it's nice to be back with the Baker's Bane duo. Nocturnal Hunger also fine. Bonebind Order would be fine as well, but Baker's Bane duo is the best green common in the format, and that's what we're going to go ahead and take here. So what can we follow it up with? Stargaze isn't horrible if you run out of ways, or you don't really include the ways in your deck to get card advantage. High Stride, very replaceable. Starforged Sword, I went on a journey with this early in the format. I got destroyed by this in my pre-release. Went 2-1 in the pre-release, and the last person I played like a blue-white tokens deck with a sword, and it beat me in both the games. It was kind of demoralizing, but take the Stargaze here. Don't know if I'll play it. Yeah, I mean, really not what we're looking for right now. These cards don't go well in a green-white deck as much. I could just take the Dire Sight. Heirloom Epic is much more of a green-white gold card as well. These are all like blue-red cards pretty much. So I guess I'll just cut the black card here. Maybe in pack 2 we can get ourselves hooked up. Okay, Huskburster Swarm could be interesting if we're able to mill ourselves enough. Everything else here doesn't really pull me in a different direction. So we could be a high creature count deck with maybe a couple removal spells. Cut the black card. Again, nothing else pulling me in any sort of direction here, so we'll just take the early winter. I'm not going to play any of these cards, so I'll just take the sword, cut the black card in Thornplate Intimidator. Probably don't want to play Sharepot. I'll just take the land. I mean, the Sharepot can be fine in some of these green-black decks, but maybe we want to splash something. You rarely do in this format, but you never know. It's probably better than a random Sharepot. You can get one of those really late if you need it. I'm going to go ahead and cut the black card here. And after pack 1, we've got, 4 good cards and not much else. So the first 4 packs we got hooked up with Mentor, Duo, Scrap Shooter, Galewind Moose, and then past that it kind of fell off a cliff real quick. So let's see if we can't improve our chances here in pack 2. I do like Daggerfang Duo in these black-green decks. It helps fill the graveyard for Huskburster Swarm. There's another one here. Treeguard Duo is usually fine. It adds to our creature count. Yeah. I think that's pretty easy for us here. Daggerfang Duo. Wick the World Mind. No thanks. Not for this deck. That is a card you could kind of splash the activation of if you're in blue-black or red-black, but we're not. So we're just going to go ahead and take another Baker's Bane Duo here and pass up on a Druid and a Winter. But Baker's Bane Duo is a fine card. Another Daggerfang Duo is good enough for pack 2, pick 1. Good enough for pack 2, pick 3. So that's what we will snag this time. And another 2-drop, I suppose. Getting all the creatures here. Bonebind Order. I would actually like to end up with at least one of these in my deck. I don't think I need to take it over a Baker's Bane Duo, though. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that here. I mean, I'd probably, in an ideal world, not want to include these cards. So we're at 9-ish. What is that? Search your library for a creature, put it on top, and shuffle, then put it on top. That does not seem worth a card, unfortunately. This forces you to bounce creatures to your hand. At the expense of putting counters on it? I don't think I want 2 Dire Sites. I don't think I want 2 Druids. I'm probably not even playing... Oh, I didn't even see. I could play the Junkblade Bruiser pretty easily here. It is just a green card. Wow. These are some cards, that's for sure. Downwind Ambusher is a great uncommon creature. Works pretty well with 3 Baker's Bane Duos because these might get outclassed pretty quickly. Saver's obviously a great card as well, but I think I'm going to take the creature. I think we want our deck to be pretty heavy creature count with this Swarm. We might even wheel a pack or pick 9 Swarm. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Ambusher here. Sticky Tongue Sentinel's also just a fine creature to play. I mean, you can just bounce some things for value later in the game. Bandit's Talent, huh? Probably not. I don't think I'm playing Sinister Monolith. I could play Scales of Shale. Don't have any lizards currently. I'm not playing Bandit's Talent. Just take the Scales of Shale. Maybe we play it. All right, we didn't wheel the Swarm, but we did wheel the Duo. This also cares about the creature count in our deck. We've also got Overprotect, which could be interesting, but I think Treeguard Duo is a really good card for this deck here. We just go 2-drop, 3-drop, play that, attack for like 6 with the Baker's Bane Duo. That'd be a pretty good curve. So it's not too much of like a black-green forage deck per se so far. But we just got good creatures. 13 cards, 13 creatures, no removal. What could go wrong? Nothing, right? I mean, I've got an early winter in the sideboard if I feel like I need one. But hopefully pack 3 is where we pick up a Saver or 2, a Nocturnal Hunger or 2. And then a few more creatures here. It's really all we need. We've got cards we could play if we had to as well. Intimidator, Scales of Shale, Dire Sight, Stargaze. All these are fine. Alright, Valley Rotcaller. When this attacks the other bats, lizards, rats, and squirrels, we have 6 squirrels, 1 rabbit. It's probably good enough over a Baker's Bane Duo number 4 here, as good as that card is. A Valley Rotcaller seems like it's got some pretty good upside. So I think I'll just go ahead and take that. Maybe wheel Share Pot or something. I don't know if I'll play it, but we'll see. Ooh, Cash Grab does look pretty good here now with 7 squirrels. There's a duo and a dagger. There's 2 duos here that I would love to put into my deck, but cash grab helping mill for swarm. I mean, do we care about cards in our graveyard? The swarm is the only card that cares about that. Does that make these 2 cards better than cash grab in this deck? I think that actually makes the Daggerfang duo better. This counts as a creature and also mills us if we want to. It's cheaper than Tree Guard duo. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take the Daggerfang. Alright, here is the time I think I pick up the Bonebind Order. I did want one of these. Does look like I get access to it. Cultivator's not great. Negotiation, fine, whatever. But we'll take the Bonebind Orator here. Lots of green and black cards now. I think I could take a Hazel's Nocturne. This is another way to pay us off for milling ourselves a lot. I don't think I'm going to play that. A second Bonebind Order on the wheel might not be bad, but I'm going to take the Hazel's Nocturne here. Here's the second Bonebind Order. Is that better than an Overprotect? We're going to end up with literal 0 removal in this deck. It's going to be great. I mean, I currently have none. So I'll probably just throw this in here already. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Orator here. Not playing anything in that pack. So we've got 2 more picks to find another removal spell. And maybe we wheel Tree Guard duo pick 10. I don't think it's a Heaped Harvest deck. I don't need Bandit's Talon. I'll take a Sentries. That could be decent. Alright, we found a removal spell. I guess we're playing a Longstock Brawl. Definitely needed at least one. So we're at 19, 18 creatures, a Hazel's Nocturne. I guess I could play a Sharepot and an Early Winter and a Longstock Brawl. Okay, I'll put that here for now. And Cash Grab Wield. I mean, I probably play it now that I have a Hazel's Nocturne as well. Means we didn't wheel the Tree Guard duo, but I could play Cash Grab. I don't need a 4th or 3rd Dire Sight here, probably. No, I'll take the High Stride. Might not play it in an Angler. All right, we've got basically 1 card to add, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and make that change, and I'll see you after deck building. Okay, so after deck building, or after, deck building, here's where I ended up. 17 lands. What do we got? 18 creatures. A Cash Grab, a Nocturne, a Dire Sight for card advantage, 2 removal spells, Early Winter, Longstock Brawl, and a bunch of creatures. So Treetop Sentries draws a card, and everything else is just hopefully good value. Orator can get creatures back from our yard. Yeah, just a good old-fashioned black-green creatures deck. I mean, it doesn't really synergize with all the foraging so much in the format, but we got some food as well. Cash Grab gets food, Mentor gets food, Baker's Bane duo gets food, so we can grind in the late game with all of our creatures as well. So this is what we'll be giving a shot in our last Bloomburrow draft here. Cross your fingers it gives us a nice result as we get into game 1. I want to remind you of the partner of the channel, Dubby Energy, which is a 0 sugar, 0 calorie energy drink brand. You can head over to dubby.gg and use code DailyDraft for 10% off all of your purchases. That also kicks back to the channel if you're interested in supporting in that way. So thanks for your consideration on that, and I'll see you in game number 1. All right, we're starting on the play, and we've got, we got a couple cards here. We got a 3-mana 4/4. Don't need to necessarily destroy an artifact. All right, don't need more forests. A swamp isn't horrible. All right, this could be an issue. This could certainly be an issue. They've got Crumb and Get It as well, which is, like I said, an issue. So I could give them a card now. These are enchantments and artifacts. There's not a lot of playable equipment in this set, so if I destroy the sword, they get an extra card, but the sword is probably the only thing that makes Blacksmith's Talent even worth playing. And I know they've got Crumb and Get It here, so I'm going to have to play around that. Good news is early winter exiles, if they do go for Crumb and Get It at some point. They could do it next turn, give this +2/+2, it gets the counter, and they give it indestructible, so... Looks like they'll just remove my creature instead. Tree Guard Duo on an empty board is not exactly where you want to be. It's the most mana efficient thing to do here, though. If we draw a swamp, next turn we can go Rot Collar and Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Yeah, it feels horrible. But we're playing against red-white. We just have to make sure we don't die and we get our creatures down. So something I could do now is trade... Okay, never mind. Ugh. Destroying all the forests. Crumb and Get It's going to be tough to play around, especially now that I don't have black mana still. Sure. Yeah, keep taking damage here. I have to use this now, because I know they have Crumb and Get It. So what do I kill? These things could kill me in the long run. This could kill me in the long run, and that could kill me in the long run. So these are all kind of problems right now. I don't want to kill that because I don't want to give them a fish, even getting a counter. So I'm probably just going to kill this, knowing that this can get the extra little bit of reach in the late game here to hit me for a bunch of damage. Harnester of Storms, probably attacking with these two, I would think. Yeah, so this is going to be a 5/6. It's going to kill one of these, probably this one, and then it still survives. But they have to give me a food to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to trade Duo for Crumb and Get It, and they give me a food. That doesn't seem like the worst trade in the world. Okay, there's the Crumb and Get It. Oh, they have something else too? Oh, they left me with the Duo. That's kind of strange. What do they have now? The... Jeez, all the forests. At least I can play Moose, but... Gosh, where are the black mana in this deck? They might have +1/+0 and draw a card if you have a mouse. I always forget that. Yeah, there it is. Might of the Meek. Forget the name of it. Yeah, these mages are probably gonna burn me out of this game here. Sure. Take more damage. Alright, looks like they have another Crumb and Get It. So at least we get to eat their Teapot Slinger if they don't want to, Oh, it's got Menace. Oh, no. That does mean they're going to eat the duo now with the Crumb and Get It. But they have to give us another food, so... Oh, they just didn't want to use it. That's fine. Sure. More black cards I can't cast. So Crumb and Get It. It's going to be better on if we're on defense for that. So I'm not going to attack with the Moose for that reason. There's nothing they have that can currently attack through this with the Crumb and Get It that they have in their hand. So that is another Crumb and Get It, I do believe. Ooh. A card. A card I can use to cast other cards. I'm not super pressed to cast Early Winter here, so... Okay, we're turning the corner a little bit. We do know they have another combat trick in hand. We're gaining some life. More forests. Okay, now I'm going to try to blow them out here if they go for a block. I can actually start pushing a little bit of damage. Okay, sure. I guess I'll get another creature down then. I think I've only got one more forest in no, I'm playing 9 forests, so I've got 2 more forests in the whole deck. Rabid Gnaw, and then they do have attacks with this now. Because they can Crumb and Get It and give it indestructible, so I can't block it anymore. Okay. Sure, I guess. These both have first strike, and they've got the Crumb and Get It. So if they double block, I kill one of them. Or I kill both of them. They get rid of their combat trick. I think that's what they're going to go for. They're going to double block with the first strikers. No? Okay, sure. What else do they have then? Oh. Yeah, so every non-creature spell they cast. Oh, I might just be dead this turn now. Huh. Yikes. Okay, so this is going to deal 1... This is going to deal 5 to me. And the Crumb and Get It's going to deal an additional 4. And then I do die on board. Right? Yeah. So I kind of have to do this to try to not die. Okay, take 4. I might still be dead, though. Because they can use this to have me take an additional 3, and they're going to have at least 1 unblocked creature here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 3, so they can at least have 1, and that's going to make me take an additional 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think they've got me. See if they see it. Okay, I'm convinced they don't have Crumb and Get It now. They would have killed me a while ago. Okay, what did they have earlier? Can I survive this? Probably not. No, I'm dead on board here now. swing out. All right, they missed lethal. Let's go. Not that this is really gonna make much of a difference, but yeah, of course. One of my last forests. Alright. And now I block that one, take 3, so if they have any non-creature spell now I lose. Yeah, this was just a very unfortunate game with the lands here. We entered 8 forests, and we still have over half our deck left. Ooh, we're not dead. Can I afford to do that? Probably not. But I have nothing else on the board. Sure. What could go wrong? Downwind Ambusher. Sure, I guess. Ooh, more lands. Perfect. Alright, go ahead. Alright, we are lucking out. They're also flooding super hard here. Okay, that means we don't die on board now. Do we need to mill ourselves anymore? We don't. Can we somehow pull this out? Alright, not a land in hand. Oh. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Oh, it does it to a creature. Yeah, so they killed this one and get rid of that one. They attack with 2. Alright, well, Season of the Bold off the top. That is nice, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, we they flooded hard, but we flooded equally, if not harder. Alright, here we are once again with a pretty slow hand. We've got tons of 2s we could potentially top deck. Worst case is we got a 3 that we can play to block ourselves here. And there is one of them, so we will take that. And they have a combat trick, because they just got priority. So it could be +1/+3 and reach. In fact, I think that might be the only thing it is. Run away together. Sure. So we got 3 4-drops and a card draw spell here. Okay, here's the runaway together. Sure. Still holding up their combat trick. And a missed land. So I just need to hit my land drops here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and bin anything that isn't a land. And then get on in. Now we have 5 next turn. Probably just play a Junkblade Bruiser. That is a squirrel, right? No, it's a raccoon. Doesn't trigger here. Brambleguard Veteran. Sure. Sure, Tree Guard Duo holding up their combat trick here, so gotta take 6. Can I still play around it? How well does Tree Guard Duo play around it? It gives me, so if I do this, and then this becomes a 6/6, a 10/10. Yeah, that would play around it pretty well. So let's do this, and then Tree Guard Duo here. Hit with the 10/10 Junk Blade Bruiser. Nice. What else do we have? Hazel's Nocturne does drain for 2 as well, so we got to keep that in the math here. Treetop Sentries is a squirrel, so we keep that in the math for Valley Rot Caller, which can drain. Daring Rave Rider casting Run Away Together. Probably getting rid of the Bruiser here. That sets me back quite a bit. And they have a duo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good turn there. Yeah, I'd be fine trading either of these off, I believe. Longstock Brawl was actually pretty good. So we play Bruiser, we have it fight, and then we attack. That was quite the top deck there. Jeez. Now they go to 2. And Hazel's Nocturne is lethal through anything else they have, as long as they can't gain life. Okay. What a top deck in Longstock Brawl. That won us the game. So our deck has so many 2-drops, and now we don't have a black either. If we draw any land, we can play Sentinel. If we draw black, we can play Duo. Works well with Nocturne. It's a sketchy hand, but I think I'm willing to keep it. Never didn't have it. Let's go. Blue, Azure Beastbinder is an annoying card. At least they don't have anything else here. Ooh, they called my bluff. Good for them. I was trying to bluff a combat trick there, and they in fact said, show it to me. Which I did not have, so good for them. They might be mana screwed. Never mind. Okay, still can't block. This thing's a random 2/2. Ugh, Azure Beastbinder's just so annoying. And that's a 2/5. Yep. Okay, 4 mana. Still a ways away from the moose here. Nothing can block this card, like, ever. It's effectively unblockable. I can't do much more than one thing in a turn, though. I can bounce my own Tree Guard duo. That doesn't seem super great, though. I can do that and crack a food? I can bounce my own Baker's Bane duo and make another food with it? I can bounce a Daggerfang duo, but I can't recast it? Let's just get another creature down here. I think I'm just going to bounce the Baker's Bane duo. I don't really have anything else to do with it. They might also be contemplating countering this. Azure Beastbinder just ruining my life. This thing is also just got a nice chonky butt. Can't really do anything about that either. Five cards in hand, 5 mana, and no plays. I guess we're just Galewind moosing here. Still can't attack. Okay, keep hitting me with this thing. This is just such a frustrating card to play against. It's like every card that you have just, it's unblockable, basically. And it just shuts down your entire, most of the time, your entire board. Like next turn they're going to do it to the moose more than likely. Unless they counter it. Then I still don't have much going for me. That's an issue. That is an incredibly good card. Okay, I guess I attack with the moose. And then if they start having removal spells, I just lose. Can't beat an unchecked Vren. Card is too good. Okay, I will happily trade Galewind Moose for Vren. That is fine by me. Oh, it gets exiled. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I guess I just use Bonebind Orator to get back Daggerfang duo here. I guess that's fine. There's nothing I really want back with with Hazel's Nocturne right now. I don't want that as well. These Daggerfang duos will always have attacks. Okay, well now I guess I have to do this. And then I get to keep a card in hand. So we'll discard this for sure, and then probably the Daggerfang duo again. Keep the Dire Sight so we can actually have cards in our hand now, going forward. They are at 3 cards in 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is basically a 5/5 now. I guess I'll just play the creature. Pass the turn, because what if I attacked with everything? They eat one. They can't really block the others, right? I mean, they just eat a Baker's Bane duo. They're at 12. Maybe they have like run away together or something. What's the worst that can happen? YOLO, right? Again, maybe they like run away together, eat a creature, but then they still have to take like 8 points of damage to do that. Maybe I should have been doing this earlier, but they had most of their mana up most of this game except for the turn that they played Vren. So what do you got? What is the play? The 1 mana bounce spell would be worse for me, that's for sure. I forget the name of it. Into the Floodmaw, maybe? That would be worse. But again, if they don't want to chump with this, they would have... Well, they would block here and then take like 6 down to 6. Eat a Baker's Bane or eat a Sticky Tongue or eat a Tree Guard or something. My guess is they're blocking here, and then they're going to decide which one to eat. Probably the Tree Guard. Yeah, I said Into the Floodmaw. That was the one that would be worse for me, so... Good for them. Take 6. I'm pretty good at putting my opponents on specific cards. Usually to my detriment. It's like, okay, yeah, they have this card. It's pretty bad for me if they have that card. And then they just, like, have that card. Almost every time. What does that even do? It bounces? Oh, perfect. Okay, that sets me back a whole turn here. And a Mind Whisker. Okay, so now I think we've lost. Yeah, I don't think I can come back from this, unfortunately. It's possible, but not incredibly likely. Probably have to start chumping this thing. I am at 10. I'm at 13, basically. This is going to be just a random old 1-2 again. I could triple block the Mind Drill Assailant. But if they have removal, that makes this pretty bad. Ooh, they might not actually have attacks with Beastbinder anymore, because I could actually triple block Beastbinder. Because it makes the Daggerfang duo into a 1/2. Let's see. And then it wouldn't actually kill anything here. Sure. Oh, that's a 7/1. I had forgotten about that. Okay. Alright, cross your fingers, I guess. This thing's a rat too, man. They've got the nuts rack deck here. If they've got removal, we're just done. But holy cow. And there's the removal spell going right here. Pretty much just as bad. Makes me not be able to kill that. I've never seen a Rats deck this good. This is insane. I will say the stupid Beastbinder on 2 has been rough. That would have been a nice draw. But no. One of these gets to retain Death Touch. So that's pretty good. Although they're still attacking with like a 7/1 again. That has Menace, that's rough. I have to keep blocking this thing. I can't just take 7 over and over. I guess I can do this here. Is that good? I mean, it's not good, but it's an option, I guess. I mean, I'm fighting an uphill battle this whole game. This thing has just shut off my whole deck. Okay, so I can get back a Huskburster Swarm here. It's just going to be a random 2/2, but they both have Death Touch. I think it's going to cost 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures in the yard. Yeah, so it's going to cost 1 mana here. And then we can still crack a foot. Oh, they have a counter spell. They have Dazzling Denial, but we do still have mana up, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Their last card is Dazzling Denial here. No birds, so that's good. This is a grind fest. I mean, I still think we're disadvantaged here, but we're trying. We're doing our best, that's for sure. We've used Hazel's Nocturne already. Yeah, we've used a Bonedbind Orator. Got rid of the Moose. Haven't drawn any of our removal. So we've got 2 removal spells we could draw. I don't even know what I would want to remove is the issue. Probably the Beastbinder, but like, I don't even know. So we know the last card in their hand is Dazzling Denial. They still have attacks here if they want it. I mean, I assume they do it on the Swarm. Oh, I keep forgetting about that stupid thing, too. Gosh. Sure, I guess I'll take 6. Okay, you can't counter that. You could counter that, though. So let's keep it Longstalk Brawl. Alright. So how do we play around Dazzling Denial here? What would we like to get rid of? Probably this stupid Beastbinder. So we play... No, we just do Longstalk Brawl first. I don't think I need a counter, so let's just do this. This still has Death Touch. This does not. So we'll do this to... this here. Alright, we did it. We got rid of it. And then we'll continue to play around. What's it called? Dazzling Denial here. Valley Rock Caller being an 0-3 is not the greatest. It at least blocks their Agate Blade Assassin or something, but I can block here and I can block here. Now if this thing, if they play another rat, that's going to be a big problem, because then I actually have to block here, because I'm not going to trade the Swarm for it. Okay, they chose to keep that on top, so they got Dazzling Denial and an unknown card in hand. That's interesting. Maybe they drew Saver? What attacks would make this make sense here? What do they got? Run away together. I see. Okay. Yeah, that works. I'm just gonna preserve my life total here. I mean, we're not attacking with that, really. They do deck before we do, technically, currently. And still have Dazzling Denial. Alright. How can we play around that? 4, so we've got 6, 7, 8. We can't play all of our hand here. So what is the thing we want to resolve the most, I think, is the Swarm, followed by Treetop Sentries. Right? Yeah, I want to draw the extra cards sooner rather than later. So let's go 1, 2, 3 here. Oof, that does change the milling. Oh, actually, we just flipped the milling game on its head. So I can't cast Cash Grab. I can attack here, though. If they top deck removal, then I die if I attack here, though. Maybe I can't. So no attacks in the turn. I do think the game's going to end before decking, even if I cast a Cash Grab. So I'm not going to cast it into Dazzling Denial here. I think they kept the card on top. And that does kill us. So that was a nice top deck. Yeah, this is the best blue-black rats deck I've seen so far for sure. Let's see if they go for it. Yes, they do. All right. Yeah, they had us for a while there. We were doing everything we could to fight back. Did not quite get there, though. All right, starting on the draw here. Can't cast Scrap Shooter, but we'll find another forest. More 1-drops. Here we go. Okay, no 2-drop. I'll take that at least. Moonrise Cleric. Yep. This has reach. I'm just going to go ahead and play this here. This blocks both of their creatures pretty well. And then next turn we've got Duo and Longstalk Brawl if we need it. Now if they attack with the Cleric, then they've got some sort of combat trick here. Doesn't look like they do. Nice, nice. Go ahead, cast this, mill 2, thank you, get rid of those lands. And do I want to kill one of these? If they kill this Scrap Shooter, that makes my life a little difficult. So let's go ahead and kill one. And then I can even attack with the Baker's Bane Duo here, fine trading that for a Moonrise Cleric as well. Okay, more flyers. Scrap Shooter, MVP. More lands. We've milled 4 lands with the 2 duos here. Obviously, we need 1 more for the Moose, but I'd be fine not having 9 lands in my hand. That is fine by me. I'm less fine trading these things off for like this and stuff, but if they start attacking, I probably have to do that on defense as well. So if I attack like this, they block one, they pump it, they block another one, and they take 3. So then they've got this and that. Dead. I've got 2 dead. So they've got a raider and 2 flyers, and I've got a mentor, a shooter, and a duo, and another duo. Sure. I think they might also not want to make strange blocks here with all my mana up, but I think they're gonna... This is what I predicted they would do. So I think I'll be okay. I've got another duo coming here. I want to get their creatures whittled down so when I eventually do draw another land for Galewind Moose, I can attack through it. See if I hit 2 more. 1 more. So we've milled 5 lands here. Okay, this can be a 3/3 now, notably. Sure, let's go to combat. Fine trading these off. And honestly, I mean, I can expend 4 at instant speed here, so I could do this. You probably want to block the duo on the duo and then cleric on mentor here. That would make the most sense. Okay, I'll make them pump their raider at least once. Sure. And then to push an extra point of damage, I'll just go ahead and play this now. Oh, their raider could have become a 4/4. Yeah, that was a mistake on my end. I didn't see that. I thought it could only become a 3/3. Okay, so they have an instant in their hand. What could it be? Who knows? That's for them to figure it out. And I guess we win. Alright, I will take that there. 2-2. Gotta push through for at least a couple more here. Come on. Black-green is supposedly the best deck in the format, but I can't make it work. I don't do very well with this. We're going to try to push through past a 2-win deck here. Well, the deck is doing everything it can to try to prevent us from not having good draws here. I'm going to keep it because a swamp makes the hand great. And even if we miss on a swamp, if we hit a 3rd forest, we got a 4/4. So I'm going to keep it for that reason. That could backfire really quickly, obviously. But got one more shot to get it here. Any land off the top. And we're probably just going to lose now anyway. Yeah. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. So we are going to finish this draft with the 2/3. They've got an incredibly aggressive start here. We kept a sketchy hand and we're missing on lands, so we are by far and away dead in this one. And it sucks to end like that, but is what it is. That's how we end the format with the 2/3 in the final draft with a black-green deck that everyone says black-green's the best deck in the format, like I said at the end of the last game. If I were to count up all of my draft totals with black-green, gosh, I swear I'm like 40% with the deck. Like, it's just, it does not do well for me. Maybe I don't know how to draft it or something. Whereas bats, I probably have like a 78% win percentage with. It's tough. So, format is done. I'm happy. Hope y'all are too. I'm excited for Duskmourn. Preview season is well underway. In fact, might even be done today. And pre-release video comes out Monday. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.